couple more calls, I want to take a second to congratulate a local team. Out in Suffolk County, the Ward Melville lacrosse team, the Ward Melville High School lacrosse team out in Suffolk County, won the state championship again, back-to-back state champs, 2017 and 18, their 10th state title, and the number one ranked team in the country. So how about that? So it's a hotbed for lacrosse. Long Island always has been historically, and lacrosse has become a crazy popular sport, not just on Long Island, but on the entire eastern seaboard and even in other pockets of the country now. But the Ward Melville team out in Suffolk County. Now, I'm a guy who was from Nassau County and went to a Catholic school in Nassau County, so I'm not as familiar with some. I know Sachem, and I know that I've heard of Ward Melville. I've never experienced any games against them or played against them when I was in high school, but I know they have some very good programs, just like Sachem does in football. But 10th state title, back-to-back state champs last year and this year, and the number one ranked team in the country. So congratulations to them and their coaches, Jay Negus, Chris Muscarella, and Chris Murphy. So congratulations to Ward Melville on their dominant performance and being ranked number one in the country. Neil and Fordham, go ahead, Neil.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
What's happening?
Good. On Jake DeGrom and this manager, Mickey Callaway, I think that today is a really good example of a manager that doesn't necessarily have a good instinct or necessarily a pulse of like what's going on with his team. I think that taking him out of the game today after 86 pitches. I know you're down a run, and he says he doesn't want to. He wants to limit or manage his high stress innings at this point in the season. You might not have a lot of high-stress innings left.
That one didn't bother me. I mean, listen, there's a lot of them where I don't think he's holding people accountable enough. I think his message is getting very much lost. It's very easy for all of us, including me, and I've tried to be careful not to do it, and I've done it lately with him because I haven't liked his post-games. I haven't liked his message, but it's very easy for us to jump on a team that is playing this badly. The team has had a million setbacks, obviously, from injury standpoint. They're woefully weak in some areas, but I think he's got to be careful that his message is getting lost here. And if he comes out with the same message every day, it really gets very redundant and it falls on deaf ears. And that's what it's kind of like whistling past the graveyard a little bit. And you got to be careful with that. And that's kind of what it sounds like. It sounds a little tone deaf right now. And that worries me. He has not handled his game situations very well, but he's a young guy. He's an American League guy. Now, National League guys make the double switch way too complicated. It's not brain surgery. It really isn't, okay? It's not that complicated. Is it a little more complicated than handling an American League roster? Absolutely. But it's not like it's crazy complicated once you know how to do it. He has left himself short a couple of times, but more than that, I haven't loved his post-game messages, and they haven't changed, even though this team has gone into this is not a 1 week slump now. This is not a 2 week slump now. This team has been in a slump for 50 games. It has been in as bad a hitting slump as any I've ever seen for like 25 games. In the last 10 games, it has ratcheted up to where it's epic. It's legendary. It's historic. It's that bad. And I don't see any changes from him, and that worries me. It does worry me that he's kind of getting, a little bit to where he's giving you the same answers after every game, and you got to be careful about that. And when your team starts then not playing heads up, not look like they're hustling, guys taking extra bases, not guys throwing to the wrong base, guys not covering bases, not making really what are just regular basic baseball plays, then you're worried that the team is just not even paying attention. And that's a very dangerous sign when a team is woefully weak as this one. More on the Mets tomorrow. Among our guests tomorrow also Yankee manager Aaron Boone. But right now, Yankee baseball is next.